Hey, it's Alice Jane. We're gonna do some deep hip strengthening work. So all you're gonna need is a chair from your house, so go ahead and grab a chair. And then you're gonna come to a standing position, just about a foot or two away from the chair. And I want you guys to find that beautiful parallel stance. So maybe lift the toes a little bit so you can get your arches nice and active. And then we're gonna go ahead and just send the weight onto the right foot. And then you're gonna start to lift your left foot up and back in. So we'll do that a few times. We're trying to keep the leg in parallel and we're trying to keep the hips stacked or on the same plane. So as you send your leg out to the side, you're gonna feel your side hip and your glutes working together to lengthen the leg and then bring it in. Good, we'll do 3 more and 2 and the last one. And then we're gonna start to bend our standing leg as we lengthen the leg, the opposite leg out to the side. And then as you come in, I want you to really use your inner thigh to squeeze the leg together. Good, and inhale to lengthen and bend, and exhale, squeeze your inner thighs together. Good, and I'm kind of imagining like I'm almost dragging some gravel between my feet to make a little pile here. So that's how active that leg needs to be as you lengthen it and drag it in. We'll do 3 more. On your standing leg, make sure your arch is lifted, your knees going right over the toe. And then on our last one, we're gonna hold here in our knee bend and we're gonna lift and lower the leg for 10 times. And 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1, and bring it all the way in and shake it out. You should feel some good burn in that standing hip. So we're gonna turn to the side and do some of the hamstring and some of the side leg here. So let's do a few parallel hip extensions. So you're facing your chair and you're just gonna reach your leg to the back without dumping in your belly or arching in your lumbar. So as you lengthen the leg behind you, really feel that lift of your belly. Good, and the dropping of the tail. Yeah, and you should really feel the top of the hamstring working. I can feel some inner thigh. Good, and reach it back and return. And reach it back and return. Keep lifting from your center. A soft bend in your standing knee. And we'll do 1 more, and then let's turn it out. So you're gonna turn the leg out into a little turnout position so you can feel your side hips and your glutes working, and then we're just gonna lift and lower, and lift and lower. Same thing, you wanna keep the hips nice and steady the whole time. Make sure that both of your headlights are facing straight forward towards your chair. We'll do 5 more, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Good, and bring it in and just bend the knees, shake it out a little bit, and then we'll do the other side. So we'll switch the chair to the other side, and we'll take the right leg now and we're gonna send it out and bring it back in. Good, and out and in, and out and in. So keep that leg parallel so you're working through the side hip. Gentle, soft bend in your standing left leg. Good, maybe you can pull the toes up on your standing leg to activate your arch. And then be sure your right hip doesn't start to hike up. We're trying to keep that right hip on the same plane as the left one the whole time. 2 and 1. Good, and we're gonna bend the standing knee and we're gonna send the leg out. And as we straighten the leg, we're gonna squeeze the inner thigh together as you drag the foot on the floor. So bend and lengthen and squeeze the inner thigh in. Good, let's do 8 more, and bend and pull it in. Good, and 7, and in, and 6, and in. Really feel like you're pushing the floor away from you with your standing foot. Good, let's do 4 more. You should feel that inner thigh working like you're trying to squeeze a piece of paper in between your legs. Good, and last 2, and drag it in, and last 1. We're gonna stay here in that bent knee position. We're gonna lift and lower for 8, and 7, 6, keeping the hips level, and 3, and 2, and 1. Beautiful, bring it in, shake it out, and then we'll go to the back of the leg here, working the back of the right hamstring for 10, and 9. Keep the belly lifted, and 7, and 6, good, and 5, really dropping the tail, 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and then we're going to turn the leg out to the side, and lift and lower, good, and 7, 6, 5, and 4, standing up tall, lifting from your center, and 2, and 1, good, and bring it in, take a little knee dip here, and then you can turn your chair, and we'll come into a little piriformis stretch, so we can stretch out those hips that we just worked so hard. So just come to the edge of your chair, bring your sits bones right at the edge, and find that nice hip stretch. Just let the gravity take you into a deeper stretch here, or if you can do this from the floor too, that's another option. And stretch out that other side. Thank you so much.